Kuzampula. Namaste, good morning to all respected online viewers. Long live their majesties, long live our leaders, and long live our friendship. Welcome to this online Ayurveda and Yoga workshop, Embassy of India, Timpu, ICCR's Nehru Wangchuk Cultural Center. Yoga teacher, I'm KVSSN Murthy here. My true prayers to the Almighty to see all the best things with their majesties in the whole Bhutan. So before recitation, so as usual, important points to make ourselves alert in maintaining COVID protocols. So here first is avoid crowding or try to maintain safe physical distancing and try to cover your face with facial shields as well as double mask when you are in the crowd, as well as when you are in the car or when you are in the home also. It is better to wear at least one mask. So be very convenient while using these kind of masks. Then after that, do not touch your tongue for any region to count currency or to count notes, to count papers. The second thing is, very important thing is, do not touch any surfaces when you are going to anywhere. So always carry your hand lotions. Give first priority to wash your hands with soap water, or second priority hand lotions. Then important practices are nozzle drops application, steam inhalation, then after that throat gargling. So these are very simple and effective remedies for the respiratory hygiene. So here using of plain cow ghee or using of anu taila or using of shadbindu taila. So one drop into the each nostril early in the morning. So itself it will give a good relief from the all phlegm level disorders. This is also good practice for the people who are having this kind of sinus or eosinophilia or from phlegm related issues. Second thing is with throat gargling by using estimadu powder or by using triphala powder or using salt with the acceptable hot water to clean the throat like in a day as per the requirements. So next one is steam inhalation by using eucalyptus oil or ajwain seed oil. So please try to put this device next to the doorstep so that refresh with this steam inhalation, because these viral cells or bacterial cells or fungal agents, so most probably it will reside into the paranasal cavities or parasinial cavities for a long time. So steam inhalation can easily eradicate the specific cells. So next one is cloves therapy to get rid of the dry cough as well as to prevent the coughs. Also cloves powder as well as honey with mix of hot water or hot milk early in the morning. This preparation will be useful. And in everyone's home we have a pharmacy in the form of a kitchen. So please try to have this Triphala Churan or Arjuna as well Ashwagandha, Guduchi and Chyawanprash. These are very simple applications. These not only comes under food preparations but also comes under kind of tonics to maintaining immunity as well as health balance. And vitamin A, C and D zinc based diets also very important. So it is abundantly having in the local fresh green leafy vegetables and fruits local mushrooms and milk items. So turmeric, pepper, cumin, cinnamon and jeera and ilachi and hing, asafoetida. These are also very simple house applications. So in your regular foods try to have them properly. And we have local shilajit and local cordyceps, also very simple and effective remedies to maintaining immunity. And we have next preparation kada chai as well as kada chai preparation. Next one is golden milk preparation, also very simple preparations. So kada chai preparations are good in the mornings to evenings, and golden milk preparations are in the good in the evenings. So at your flexible rate and at your convenient time and according to your body constitution you can have them. But please remember, when you have allergies with the milk, so don't try to use the milk, or try to give good gap in between the milk diets as well as lemon based diets. Like in this today's recitation is from the Hatha Yoga Pradipika. We have Bhastrika Pranayam. It is saying that Vata Pitta Slashma Haram Sariragni Vivardhanam Kundali Bodhakam Kshipram Pavanam Sukadam Hitam Brahma Nadi Mukhe Samasta Kapadyar Gala Nasanam. So it is a pranayam called Bhastrika. Especially in Hatha Pradipika it is mentioned that Vata Pitta Slashma Haram means it will give a proper balance in between internal wind, biles and mucus. And also it is a good pranayam for the people who wants to uplift their internal pranic energies. For them also it is very simple and effective technique. especially for the people who wants to do meditations. For them also, before meditations, if you choose this kind of pranayamas, that will really keeps you alert and keeps your spine also straight. And in this week, as we know that we have we are seeing the practices for some of the good Ayurveda applications for the neck pain or spondylitis, or it's in Ayurveda is called as Griva Stambham or Griva Sandhi Vatam or Griva Sandhigata Vatam. So causes are the same like old age or improper posture or weight management or heavy weight lifting on the heads. And the next one is overstrain and overstrain on the neck because of sleeping posture or somewhat pillow management, and obesity and inactive life, and injuries and accidents, and overloaded stress, especially which can create damage in the neck bones, especially for the people like office goers and the people who are repeatedly lifting the weights inside the home for house renovation, so-called things. And please remember, one of the important item for the same neck pain is cold environment. So when you have this kind of issues, so the common symptom will be pain and inconvenience and somewhat insomnia, sleeplessness, and pain radiating towards the shoulders and neck. But immediately avoid sour things as well as spicy things from your diet, as well as try to avoid wrong postures and avoid some of the diets which will create over wind inside, and as well as try to avoid all kind of aerobics as well as exercises and jogging, running, so-called all sports and games. Please try to put a pause to them for at least 3 to 4 months time. So immediately add a simple collar to your neck so that it will improve your posture and it will protect from shocks also. And here Upasamana Chikitsa in Ayurveda, we have many simple Ayurvedic drugs. It's a plant-based medicines called Ashwagandha or Triphala. Even camphor oil also very good. And Comifera vitae, it's a kind of gugulu. And in this Comifera vitae, we have many other differences called Simhanada or Triphala or Trayodasanga or Mahayogi Raja or Lakshyadi. So these are some of the important practices in Chikitsa Vidhan in Gugulu, as well as Panchakarma Chikitsa and Dhara Chikitsa, Patra Pinda Swada and Griva Vasti, Nasya Karma, Nadi Swadana Chikitsa and Vasti Karma, also very simple techniques. But from our yoga class, advice to the people who are having this kind of cervical region issues or neck pains, especially for the people who crossed 40 years or 50 years because of over wind imbalance, for them this advice may work. But remaining all people, please remember to maintain your proper body posture, or when you are doing any kind of yoga exercises, any style, do not go for forward bends. Always try to remember, keep your neck straight and try to put your efforts in maintaining back bending exercises. And today's advice from our class is very simple practice called dry ginger 1 gram and ashwagandha 1 gram and comifera vitae gugulu 1 gram. 1 gram plus 1 gram plus 1 gram. So add add 100 ml water and try to wait till this solution comes to 50 ml. Very small syrup called decoction form. So early in the morning or in the evening, empty stomach, it will work properly, especially for the related of wind imbalancing. And the next one is Swadista Virochana Churna. Swadista Virochana Churna. It is a kind of composition like a mixing of nearly 6 to 7 different kind of Ayurvedic herbs, which is used for the constipation. Especially to get rid of the constipation, we are generally using this kind of technique, and it is a kind of detoxification method also. So when you have free time or when you have knowledge regarding this kind of practices, please use or please take advice from the people who have abundant knowledge on this too, yoga and Ayurveda. Let's join to the yoga class now. And as we mentioned that in any kind of yoga practices or yoga style, please try to avoid all forward bends, even it is standing or sitting or sleeping forward bends. Especially see that your neck should not be get strained in any kind of exercises. In fact, jogging and running, badminton and volleyball, all the exercises will have its own way of impacting on the neck. Okay, now coming to sun salutations, where please remember this yoga class belongs to all. It's a general yoga class, but on and off we are doing some of the therapeutical practices also. But this is a general yoga class. Okay, take a long, slow, deep inhalation and exhalation. Lift your both the arms up, above to the head called Kailasha Mudra, and then slowly bring your Pranamasan down at your chest level called Anahata Pranamasan. Take a long, slow, deep inhalation, exhalation. And here we have mantra chanting and sloka bijakshara. So when you have traditional belief to chant this one, so you can chant or you can choose only physical practices. Om Hiranmayena Patrena Satyasyapi Hitam Mukham Tattvam Pushan Apavrunu Satya Dharmaya Drustaye. Om Hram Hrim Hrum Hraim Hraum Raha Mitra Ravisurya Bhanu Kagapushna Hiranya Garbha Maricha Aditya Savitra Arka Bhaskaraya Namaha. Touch your arms forward, lift your arms up. Again, once completely pull yourself, slightly put a back bend, Ardha Chandra or Ardha Chakrasana, then slowly keep body straight. Then again, once pull completely up. And from here, very slowly keep a forward bend, but when you have any health issues, avoid forward bends. And right leg stretch back called Aswa Sanchalanasana or horse riding posture. Once push your body forward, lift your chin up and gently press your neck with your head. Then here back leg straight on the toes without lifting your hips more. Try to slowly join your forward leg to back leg called Santulanasana or Dandasana. Alright, very slowly push your body down towards the floor called Ashtanga Namaskarasana or Sastanga Namaskarasana. And push your body forward, lift the body up called lifted head cobra posture or Bhujangasana. Completely press your neck with your head. And back leg straight on the toes and back legs knee up. And this time push your body inside called Parvatasana. And here, right leg must be your forward leg Asva Sanchalanasana, horse riding posture. And right back leg straight on the toes and back leg knee up. Join your back leg to forward leg called Pada Hastasana. And lift your arms and body at a time up, Hasta Uttanasana. Then slightly put a back bend, Ardha Chandra or Ardha Chakrasana. Then slowly keep your body straight, Pranamasana above to the head. Then very slowly bring your Pranamasana down at your chest level, Anahata Pranamasana. And lift your arms up and wide your both the arms. Then very slowly keep them down, relax at your thighs. Then soon after your practices, in between your posture to posture or sun salutations, between your one repetition to other repetition, so few seconds gap for your breath. Alright, and now coming to postures. So it's a general yoga class, so anyone can easily follow. But coming to Ekapada Asana or T-shaped posture, it's a basically balancing posture, good for the people who are having the weak legs or especially for the people who wants to look forward to tone the calf muscle. That's also, for them also it is a good posture. So here right leg back, left leg forward. Alright, take a long deep inhalation, exhalation, try to lift your back leg heel and lift your both the arms up. So you can interlock the fingers, you can twist them also, or without interlock also you can do, but be very convenient and confident by doing the yoga posture. Alright, back leg lift simultaneously, push your body forward, then try to keep your body and lie horizontal to the floor and few seconds to stay, maintain a balance on the single leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, then very slowly come back, rest the legs, then very slowly release the arms and relax from the strain. So once few seconds, rest your legs, rest your calf and lock your hands back and take a long, slow, deep inhalation and exhalation. And the same posture opposite side, so check your convenience and check your mat, check your dress and check your breath. So before doing the same Ekapadasana, first prepare yourself with your back leg, heel up and both the arms up. Alright, once completely like pull the body up, then from there slightly lift your back leg and push your body forward and stay here for a while. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 relaxations. Enough. Then slowly straight. Then very slowly wipe your both the hands and rest your hands and relaxations. Enough. Then again long and slow and deep inhalation and exhalation. Lock your hands back. Again prepare a long pause. And coming to next practices on the knees. So here bend your knees, and when you have knee issues, avoid this kind of exercises or try to protect your knees with proper way of doing like called kneecaps or any knee protectors. Okay, take a long, slow, deep inhalation and exhalation. Then here, stand on the knees. Alright, this time open your left leg to the left side. So this is a kind of triangular posture variation, but the short legs variation. Right, and now try to open your folded leg sides hand to the concerned side. Alternate arm also up towards your above leg, like towards your left side. Bend, put your arm on the floor and lift your above arm up. Here, try to push your body completely towards the above leg side, left side, and stay now. And look up and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Then very slowly keep the body back and very slowly release and relaxations. Enough. Then take a long, slow inhalation and exhalation. And quick recovery time. After that, stand on the knees. Then open your alternate leg, left leg to the left side. Then this time also try to bend your leg and push your body towards the leg and put your right arm down on the floor and alternate arm up and make it vertical. Then few seconds stay now and try to look up for a while. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And very slowly come back, release and relaxations. Enough. Right, again fold your right leg back and few seconds sit on the legs. Then again take slow inhalation and exhalations. Alright, slowly release. And coming to next exercise called body turning posture. It's a kind of Vakrasana. Alright, keep your body straight. 1 foot inhalation, exhalation. Then here right leg fold properly and put it outside of your left leg. Then try to open your right arm forward and wide your right arm to the right side and put it behind the body and try to put it on the floor. Push your body forward and alternate arm with your alternate arm support. Completely turn your abdomen, catch your below leg and turn your body back and try to look back and stay now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and very slowly come back and rest your hand. Then slowly release the leg strain and relaxations. Enough. Just take a long, slow inhalation, exhalation. And opposite side, same thing. First of all, come to the pre-position or samasthiti. And here also fold your alternate leg, left leg, and put it outside of your right leg. Then open your left hand behind the body, put your hand vertical behind the body to keep your body turned more. And alternate arm up, completely rotate the body and catch your below leg knee and turn your body back and stay now. And here also no need to hold the breath, but be very convenient while turning the body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 relaxations. Enough. Then slowly turn your arm and rest your arm and relaxations. Enough. Alright, very simple exercise. So Vakrasana itself, called as Vakrasana, basically it will turn the abdomen and spine. And for the people who are having the issues with the diabetes or sluggish liver or obesity, for them this is very beneficial posture. So soon after your yoga practice, now again just fold your legs towards your right side, towards your left side. Just go for your knee turns and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then relaxation. Enough, come first. Then take a long, slow inhalation, exhalation. So here, and now we are at the pranayam practices. So before adding pranayam into the practices, please remember to give a slight gap after your yoga postures. It's also advised to sip a small amount of water also, especially for the mantra chanting. When you have traditional beliefs, so you can follow the mantra related to pranayam, or you can follow only physical exercises. So here, try to properly sit in any convenient posture on any convenient surface. So take a long, slow, deep inhalation, exhalation. Right, we have here sloka chanting and the mantra Bijakshara. So, and pranamasana. Om Kesavaya Swaha. Om Madhavaya Swaha. Om Narayanaya Swaha. Om Adya Samadhi Tatpala Siddhyadham Asana Purvakan Pranayamadin Karishye. Om Sandhi. And in other words, it is saying that yoga practices purpose and yoga pranayam purpose, or kriyas, cleaning techniques. So whatever practices mentioned in the Hatyo Pradipika or yoga text, traditional yoga textbook. So it is saying that the highest goal is spiritual upliftment. Through yoga, it will be more easy. So to reach the spiritual upliftment state, one should be aware of the physical health and mental health and social health also. So coming to practices, so today also we have called Kapalabhati Kriya practice, and after that Pranayam, Surya Bhadana practice. Keep your spine straight, so you can hold your knees also to keep your spine erect, or you can keep your hands on the knees. But when you have lower back issues or neck issues, you can choose any support, wall or chair. Then here we have sloka chanting in the Kapalabhati also. It is saying that Vastrava Lohakarasya Rachapurau Sasam Brahmau Kapalabhatir Vikyata Kapadosha Visoshini. Flum level errors totally eradicated because of Kapalabhati practice. It's also saying that Kapalabhati means it's a kind of detoxification, especially wind level errors as well as phlegm level errors inside the skull. So that if once this eradication will be over, once the purification will come, then automatically facial organs and skull will be at the level of like glowing. So called it is kind of Kapalabhati means Kapala means skull or head, glow means it's a prakas, it's a glow. Bhati means it's a glow. Okay, take a long inhalation, exhalation. And Kapalabhati here, voluntary sharp exhalation and slow inhalation. So we are doing only 10 counts, but when you have high blood pressure issues or issues in the ear or any facial organs issues, or like heart palpitations or any related to heart related issues, do not follow this exercise immediately, but you can choose slow pace of doing, or you can avoid the practices. And here Kapalabhati first 10 strokes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and second spell starting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, long, slow inhalation, exhalation. And third, last spell starting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just long, slow inhalation and exhalation. Now coming to Surya Bhadana Pranayam. So after Kapalabhati, again small break also recommended. And Surya Bhedana practices itself saying that Kapala Sodhanam Vata Doshagnam Krimi Doshahut Punaha Punaha Redam Karyam Surya Bhedana Uttamam. It is saying that clearly mentioned that Kapala Sodhanam Vata Doshagnam means here wind level errors will be eradicated, which will be actually inside of the skull and the head. And also it is saying that abdominal worms also will be killed, called Krimi Dosha Hrut. But here if people wants to experience this kind of results, only thing is consistency in the practices will bring good changes in the life as well as in the immunity. And coming to practices, take a long slow inhalation exhalation. So open right hand last two fingers and right hand thumb to close and open the nostrils, but throughout the practice, right nostril inhalation, left nostril exhalation. Close your left nostril and breathe in with the right. And breathe out with the left nostril. Again, right nostril, breathe in. Breathe out with the left. Third count, breathe in with the right. And slowly complete breathe out with the left. Fourth count, right nostril inhalation. And complete breathe out with the left. Last inhalation with the right. And last exhalation with the left. Alright, keep your hand down, take a long pause, inhalation and exhalation. Then soon after your pranayam practices, when you know about the dharana practices, you can do, or when you know about the Trataka practices, concentration exercises, you can choose, or next level exercises called some of the meditation practices. When you know well about the meditations, you can directly jump into the meditations. And once you will finish your total yoga practices, including dharana or concentration practices as well as meditations, and choose some more time to create resting mode to the body and mind through yoga nidra or through power naps. And once you will totally finish your total yoga workout based on the strength level, based on the intensity in the practices, it is also advised to give 15 minutes time or half an hour time to take bath, and further 10 minutes time to take breakfast. This time totally depend on the person to person how we are doing. And here in the afternoon practices, please remember, when you have time try to choose some time to take a power nap or to do a yoga nidra that must be performed before your lunch hour if possible. So basically it will improve the productivity from you, it will increase the concentration levels to focus on your further works. In the evening, after you are finishing your office works and all your affairs, and if once you will totally free from your affairs before your dinner time, try to create at least half an hour time to do a self yoga practices, including back bending exercises, including inverted postures, as well as including breathing and breath outs, pranayam also. And thanking you all to giving me this wonderful opportunity. And tomorrow when we are meeting here at the same place, at the same topic, we will see good applications in Ayurveda for the same neck pain and spondylitis, and we will see general yoga also. And thanking you all to giving me this wonderful opportunity, and stay away from the bad habits and do yoga also.